pediatric surgeon from USSR and breast pathologist upon graduation from U of A Medical School and residency. In 2004, after losing her mother to multiple myeloma, Dr. Silverman started learning holistic medicine, natural dense foods, mind health, power of exercise, and essential supplementation. She is a teacher of provocative health. Proactive health. She is a teacher of proactive health. Let's give Dr. Sveta a warm round of applause.
Oh, hi guys. I don't know how I'm going to beat that guy previously talking to me and looking like he is. And oh, I'm always me. That's what you get, baby. So I'm talking about poop. So, and the thing is, guys, when we start talking health, we will start analyzing God, and I have an amazing co-presenter, and we will get to that co-presenter. Don't be shy. She's breaking some barriers. Anyway, so yes. Yes, she is. She's awesome. So anyway, so guys, let me start. Before I get to Melissa, get here, please. Before I get to gut, this is all about 6 degrees of separation. If it wouldn't have been for amazing David Avocado Wolf, I wouldn't have met Melissa, and we wouldn't have started a conversation. Thank you. So I think that it's about you, well overdue to bring Avocado to Edmonton and have him at one of the ladies' events. What do you think?
Yeah,
let's do it.
I think
let's
do
do
it.
Idea. If it wouldn't have been for Melissa and previous Delicious Divas, I wouldn't have met a friend. She changed my life, and I hope I changed her life. Stop crying. So, and that's, guys, that's what it's all about. Now, if it wouldn't have been for this woman, I wouldn't have been at this event because she introduced me to this event. So, and if it would have been for that woman, I would have known that woman. So this is all about energy and 6 degrees of separation. Now, yes, I am a conventional doctor, don't get me wrong. But I am a teacher of choices. I am a doctor of choice. Not a doctor of choice that you need to choose me. No, I will teach you, but it's going to be your choice. And our health and our quality of life or quality of living resides on our choices and our acknowledgement. And our knowledge is getting late. And I only have 3 hours of sleep. So and that's now. Obviously, Amanda is my inspiration. And I don't have to break you the news, Amanda has multiple sclerosis, and that's how I met her. So if I'm talking about gut, and I'm talking about microgut, I needed, if I'm bringing her as my inspiration and motivation, on stage, I need to know some medicine and some research behind it. So this is the quote from one of the light reading or light homework that I was doing at night. Multiple sclerosis, forget the big words. It's a consequence of disturbed microgut microbiotics. Okay, so we're going to be talking gut. And we're going to be talking microgut and probiotics. Look at this, possible causal role of microgut of gut bacteria in induction of multiple sclerosis now is supported in multiple studies. We don't have to make human studies, but that's how everything starts. Everything starts with animals and observation and goes now. I will be quoting some human studies. This boggled my mind yesterday. This is from an absolutely brand new publication in May 2019, and I actually Facebooked the paper. So if you go on my Facebook page, you will see the title of the paper where you can find it. Look at the rate of Crohn's disease and multiple sclerosis. It's pretty because both of these diseases are autoimmune diseases. Look at the rate. You can hardly see it in 70s, and look at the sky high. That is crazy. Well, so all of us started to develop genetic conditions. No, let's talk about environment. Now, look at this. Again, this is another slide that I copied and pasted from one of the papers. You see the progression. Not enough proper food. I'm not talking Tim Horton donuts. Not enough fiber. Not enough fiber. The bacteria doesn't produce something that is critically important in our anti-inflammatory effect. So let's say T-Rex, it stands for inflammation. So then there is an induction of inflammation, there is an imbalance, and there's an MS risk. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about gut, and we're going to talk about microgut. So this girl I met about, what, 3 months ago now?
When was the last day of Delicious Divas?
Tell us your story. And tell what, do you think gut and microgut has any relations to your disease? Which are you absolutely going to change? There you go.
We're changing. My story up till, oh my gosh, the last Divas event, where this beautiful woman, we had to get our passports signed. She did one of these. And she's like, you need coffee, but we don't drink coffee, neither one of us. Nor did we drink the water that was there. But it was something more than that. And up till that point, my journey has been 13 years. And even longer, I was a widow at 23. And so I got to watch my first husband pass away from cancer. And so disease and illness was really huge, wanting to help teach people about it. Well, what's the best way to teach people? I now learned, right? You kind of get what you ask for. I think we've heard that once today already, right? Whether you want it or not. Anyway, and then you go to choices. Who taught us about choices today? You chose this, really? Anyway, so what I want to share with you and the information that Dr. Silverman is providing you guys with today, you've already learned more about MS and disease and illness than I ever did for many neurologists. I ever learned when I first got diagnosed. I got told that there was 15 different causes that could have caused this, but they weren't really sure. And they were anywhere from environment to food to genetics, which I am a stroke of white lightning, which they call the first person in my family to ever be diagnosed with MS. Not autoimmune deficiency disorder, but MS. And so having to take care of yourself is so important. And I didn't realize how important that you know that not taking care of yourself is more selfish than putting you first. And that was really tough when I heard that for the first time, and then I experienced it. As I laid on the floor, not moving from the shoulders down, looking up into the face of my 3 babies and my husband who was so scared, not knowing what tomorrow would bring. Because on that chance that maybe I couldn't do it on my own, I had that bit of fear in our heads that I couldn't do this by myself. I went back to my neurologist, and I'm not saying medication is bad. I'm not telling you that it was my choice and my experience, but I took what they told me to take for MS that was going to make it better, or at least was going to stop the relapsing. It almost killed me. It shut down my body. After 1 year and 2 weeks of taking it, daily injections, I couldn't move. They couldn't tell me why. They couldn't tell me none of the stuff that food played a factor in my life. I learned that on my own. I started regulating my food, but it wasn't enough. I got to a point where I got myself back up again to this point that I was in a chair, but I wasn't going any further. I was actually having a challenging time, and if you ask people like Roz, who was in my life beforehand, it was affecting my business, it was affecting me being a mom, everything. And in the last 3 months, I had from crawling on the ground because I didn't have lifts in my house, I had over 13 warts on this one hand that no doctor could help me get rid of. I had soaked them in oils, I had scrubbed them, I had put the duct tape on them, I have pictures of my hands like all red. And no one could help me. I took this product that she has offered, these herbs that have changed my life, and do you know they just start going away? They just started disappearing. And you can come look at my hands later, I can tell you exactly where every one of them was. I have pictures. And no one tells you this. It's because they're not educated on it.
But the most important thing, what is our next step? Finally, because you reached out to me now. She said, I need to talk foods now.
Yeah.
Now we are talking gut. And now we're talking probiotics. Now, let me ask you a question. How many times have you got up now? Since the last, 13 years? 6 years?
I've stood at least 5 times in the last 3 months.
But the thing is, what was said today? Self-love. Self-love? Self-love. And belief and a self-love and motivation. Now let's talk food. Thank you. So guys, we're going to talk about, is there a pointer here? I don't know. Is there a pointer on this thing? No. Okay, good. So we're going to talk about microgut and we're talking about gut. Because guys, hopefully I will explain to you that everything starts with gut. But if the home is dirty, the population in the house is not happy either, right? So this is why, and now we were talking today about depression. And we were talking today about suicidal ideation. Look at this. That's why the new concept, gut-brain axis. Look at the connection. And it all starts on the top of the screen. It all starts with stress. And you need to understand one thing, that every outside stress, which I call environmental stress, whether it's stress of horrific accident, whether it is your pollution, your exhaust, your, beautiful unhealthy croissants, sorry, just had to. So everything, that is stress, that is exogenous stress that is going to hit every cell of your body, whether it's a brain cell, whether it's a gut cell. And this is going to create this triangle or this circle. As you see, it hits your brain, not enough, so from the brain, it's going to hit your microbiota, microbacteria, your probiotics. It is not enough, it's going to hit your gut, or vice versa, it's going like this, or it's going like this. So that's what we are going to address, and look at this part of the slide. Here's your depression, you guys heal the gut. Heal the gut, and your antidepressants may be questionable. Okay? So now let's go into this. And that's what I just told you. If your cells are under stress, that is what happens to your cells. Your cells are under fire. And you need to take care of your cells under fire. If you don't take care of your cells under fire, guess what's going to happen? Whether you like it or not, chronic inflammation is going to happen. Well, guess what multiple sclerosis is? Multiple sclerosis is called neuroinflammation. Okay? Now, or we can put it in the category of autoimmune diseases. Now, let's address why some of the, and I'm not addressing that this is end all and be all for autoimmune diseases. Why does it start from the gut? And how many of you heard the category leaky gut? Yeah. And it is literally leaky. If you read this slide, So what's going to happen? So now, okay, there you go. Okay, guys, look at this diagram. Take pictures. And then when you go to the bathroom, bring it with you and analyze it. And this is what you're aiming. This is your good stuff. Okay, and who's got a boyfriend here? Somebody asked me about the poop chart. So this is called poop chart. Okay, so from here, let's go to this. Sorry. You can if you make it your own and you buy the highest quality ice cream. There's nothing wrong with ice cream as long as it's Ben and Jerry. Sorry. See, guys. So here's the thing. This is very interactive. What's that? Go back. Okay, go back. Go back. So here's the deal. This is about your ice cream. So you need to be very vigilant and read every label. Because if you read the label, you cannot pronounce the word or something, put it back. So when the irony of the situation is that the healthiest ice creams, they're the simplest in the list of ingredients. So that's what you're going to buy. Because if you go and buy generic ice cream, which has two lists of ingredients that you cannot pronounce, put it back. You know, saving on this stuff is not a good saving. Save on your Louis Vuitton. Now, let's get to actually why does it make sense? And what happens? You know, guys, so this is your colon lining, and this is what's above, and this is the gut lining, and this is what happens below, like, you know, going into the bloodstream and into these cells. We need to eat. We need to eat to nourish ourselves, and we need to eat because our food is the building blocks of our cells. We also need to protect ourselves because what we eat is not sterile. So that's exactly what I'm showing you in normality. So this starts, let's see, where is your microgut or your probiotics live? They live right here. They live on the outside, and they live in that nutritious mucus. And that nutritious mucus actually doesn't come from ice cream. It also doesn't come from donuts or chocolate cake. It comes from the plant-based fiber food. And then you have another layer of mucus, which is actually antibacterial. It protects us. And only then the food particles, they reach out to the gut lining. And you see in normality, this gut lining has tiny channels. The specific size tiny channels that allow the food particles to get from the bloodstream into our cells to nourish us and to build the cells. So now what happened is, that's what happened in the stress. In the stress, our bacteria loses that nutritional substrate or substance. Then the protective mucus is also missing. So this lining is bare, and it is absolutely exposed to garbage. So what happened? These channels become larger. They become a big challenge. I mean, big channels. And see, this is when you eat right. This is your fiber-rich food, plenty of probiotics, abundant protective mucus, nice cells, nice absorbance, nice digestion, nice channels. This, what happens in pathology when we eat garbage, when we don't love ourselves, when we don't meditate, when we don't exercise, when we are stressed and unhappy, this is gone, the bad bacteria is in, absolutely no mucus, thick channels, and this is electron microscopy photograph. So let's say this is normal. You see this hole? That's what's called leaky gut. But what happens with leaky gut, these channels, they allow the huge, for example, big, large food particles that immune system doesn't recognize. And it also allows different parts of bacteria or something like that through these channels. And that, what is going to aggravate the immune system. That what confuses the immune system, and that's how sort of, from my non-neurology perspective, is going to create autoimmune confusion or autoimmune disease. So that's why when people have bad gut and when people have bad microgut, the manifestation is not necessarily in the gut. The manifestation can be autoimmune diseases, multiple sclerosis, as Hashimoto thyroiditis, indeed as the ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, I showed you this slide before, as depression, as autistic spectrum disorder, as Parkinson's disease. And that's exactly what I'm quoting papers. This is none other than Harvard Medical School. This is leaky gut and autistic spectrum disorder. So now, this is a very interesting slide. So guys, do you like to live in a happy and healthy home? Well, the bugs also like to live in a happy and healthy home. And trust me, now the interesting thing is, sorry guys, we are full of S-H-I-T, literally, sorry. No, sorry, I had to. 90% of us are symbiotically, it's a symbiosis of bugs. And that's what is called commensal flora. So we are only 10% of us. Our cells are only 10%, 9% of bugs. We're only 20,000 genes. Our bugs are 2 million genes. We need to keep them happy and healthy. For us to keep them happy and healthy, we need to provide them healthy home. Healthy home is a healthy gut. So if you don't poop right, it's not going to be healthy gut. So look at your poop chart. And then we need to feed them. You see, this is the abundance and basically the distribution of the bugs. And the distribution of the bugs kind of will give you the idea. Everybody knows lactobacilli, small bowel, very important for the kids. Large gut, more bifidobacilla, and on and on and on. And then, so now this is one of the, so yeah, this is the supplementation. Now we're getting into the supplementation. A, you need to eat right. So, yeah, go ahead. Correct. Plant-based diet. I'm not teaching veganism. I'm teaching plant-based diet, something that comes from the earth. Free-range, happily raised animals, wild fish. However, if you have a steak that big and that much of a salad, that's not going to work. So this is your steak. And this is now what's that? It doesn't need to be raw. No, that is actually not necessarily true. Let's just stop here for the sake of time. I can answer questions. It's a plant-based diet. So that's number one, and that's going to potentiate your poops and all the nutrition. So now, then add your fermented foods. Anyone can ferment. You can make your own kefir. You can drink your kombucha. Befriend your Ukrainian baba. Or sauerkraut, your pickles, you name it, now it's all in season. So fermented foods. And then I believe into supplementation with probiotics. Again, be vigilant, very important to supplement. We have 5,000 species of bugs in us. And approximately 500 live in the gut. So, again, find yourself a probiotic brand, find yourself multiple probiotic brands and stuff. Very important, the good ones. Now, this is just one of the components in one of the probiotics. I should have hit this slide. So then, again, this is another thing, see, microbiome and neuroinflammation, because you were my theme. Do you like to eat? Have you had lunch? Good, bugs like to eat too. So you need to feed your microgut. You need to add prebiotics. Your probiotics need your prebiotics. Tim Horton donuts, steaks, animal food is not the prebiotic food. This is a law. It's a plant-based food, and by and large, it's an undigestible fiber. So your stuff, let's say husk from the grains, or onions, peels of the fruits and vegetables, apple peel, for example, cinnamon stick, celery, all these stringy vegetables, asparagus. And here I'm going to, oh, this is another study. This is actually a human study. So, and this is what you can find, or sort of the list of prebiotics. That's where you find your prebiotics. Yeah, this is the a list of different foods. Now, why? Prebiotics are not just the food. Prebiotics are actually a protection. So this guy, fucoidim, which is one of the constituents of seaweeds. And seaweeds, guys, it's an absolutely medicinal food. Get your seaweeds and eat it, and not in the way of nori in a sushi variety. That's a wrong nori. Get yourself and kelp and different variety of seaweeds. And you can use seaweeds as a condiment when you make your rice, or when you make your quinoa or something like that, and that boiled combo or boiled wakame or something like that. Then you can slice it and add it to your salads. Do not waste anything. So, that's about it, because I didn't have too much time, and thank you very much. Oh yeah, before that, guys.
You got a free gift for them.
Yes. So guys, obviously, Amanda and I'm inviting you to our booth and enjoy our delicious drinks. And please enter our draw, because at the end, the lucky one is going to have geese. And this is like over $200 value. So, and that's about it. Thank you so much. And guys, thanks for Amanda.
Now I need some hands to help me off the stage.